how you tell if it's usable. I don't see anything that would wear out. I don't really understand that. Why would you replace that? But I mean, you can't even, if I can find one, which I did find one, it's the entire shaft. And then of course it comes with the bushings and the seals. I mean, same thing with the bushings though. I don't really get that. I don't see how they can be bad. Unless, I mean, I could see how it could be bad, but I'm just saying it's not like, I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. Well, I took this off in the last video and I put it back on because I thought that'd be a whole lot easier than trying to check this up in a vise. I don't know about easy is a word for it at all, but oh yeah. Okay. Tip number 2. Well, I got it loose-ish. Let's see how I can get it turned by hand now. Yep. Okay. All right, there's that side. On that side apparently. All right, got them both busted loose. Well, that took care of that. We got these monsters off. Breaking it loose with the floor jack was a success. I gotta take the thing back off. See if I can drop that. Probably didn't need to run these all the way up, but I knew I was going to be torquing hard on them. And it's just two. Back off, she goes. I love doing things 2-3 times. That's how I usually operate. Look at that. That has not been holding grease for a while. There's the seal. Like a rubber band, not even a good one. And this end had some really nasty looking, it was white. I cleaned it out with my finger already, but really white stuff. Milky. Been getting wet, I guess. Huh. There she be. I just don't know what could be wrong with these. Why you would have to replace it. Why do I need shaft and bushings and seals when all I need is a bushing and seal, but they don't sell it? So frustrating. By the way, that wrench you saw me using was a part of this set. Goes up to, what is it? That is the biggest one, 2-inch. I mentioned before, my tools come from garage sale or Harbor Freight. These are Harbor Freight garage sale. Got the whole set for $12.50. This is what I'm going to do. I mentioned before an idea I had about doing the smaller parts with the pressure washer sandblaster. Some lawn spikes and whatever else I had laying around. And we'll see how that works. And then I got control arm. It's going to be plenty hefty enough. Don't need anything special for that. And then going to rehit all that and paint it this time. Took off the mounts, front engine mounts, and the one rear. Can't get to that other one because it's sitting on that board. And it's got that other torsion bar under there, but that's fine. I'm not going that far anyway. I'm gonna mostly do this half. Well, I'm gonna try maybe cut over here and do back to there if I can. And if the Pour 15 doesn't last for the whole thing, I'll just get something else. I'm okay with that. So here's another full bucket. So I had said before, the last time I did this, that I thought I'd used about 85% of the bags, or the one bag, 100-pound bag, but that couldn't be because I got 2 full buckets. That's a third, pretty much full bucket. So I used about 2/3 of a bucket the last time, or of a 100-pound bag. I got 2 more 100-pound bags. I think they're $12. I'll verify that. $12 a piece, so what, $36 plus $30 for the device, whatever you want to call it, to spray with. And so we're at $65. I don't know, call it $70 just for the heck of it with tax and stuff. And so I saw a video of a guy doing, it was a 60 to 66, something like that, Chevy or GMC, and he was doing the, where's the camera on this thing? Right there. Okay, so he was, he had it done. He had his truck sandblasted, and what it was he still had the cab on it. And I don't know if he had the rear done. All I saw was the front. So he did the firewall and the front frame and everything, ARM, what they could get to. They didn't take anything off, that wasn't already off. But anyways, they did that. He said it was $300. I don't have any idea. I've never priced it. I would say my $70 into it so far is going to be pretty, well worth having done it this way. Assuming that it gets done with the 3 bags, and who knows, even I could probably buy a couple more and still be pretty well ahead of it. And who knows if this hose will last. So, but we're gonna try it, and I'll show you here in a minute. Oh yeah, I was making fun of these goggles when I first opened up the package too, and yeah. This or swim goggles or something, because that sand gets everywhere. These actually are very good, very effective for what they need. Real lightweight. They're cheap and cheesy, but they're just what you need for this. Here's a setup. You just shove that in the sand. Go. right, here's how this went down. I got nothing done, fully accomplished. A sandblaster attachment is awesome, but don't give up your blasting cabinet if you've got one. These small parts are just pretty much impossible. Pinning them down helped a lot, but you just can't get to all the parts on it. You know, you can't. You got to really be able to hold these in your hand and turn them. You know, and that's blasting cabinets. All you're gonna be able to do that with. Put the vinegar here, it's starting to flash on me a little bit, but so this turned out. You know, it turned out good. Got majority of it. On the small parts, like 99%, but not enough to be able to paint them. So that's really was kind of my goal, was to be able to paint something today, and that isn't going to happen. The other thing was then I got to the frame with a half a bag of that second. I bought 2 bags, that first bag of the second bag. So I did the 1 bucket I had left over from the original bag first. Then I did all but about a half a bucket of that second bag doing these small parts. So I just couldn't get the right angles, and you know, I just a little tight. Oh, there's another part, and so I gotta keep flipping it, keep running all that sand out of it, and I can't really call it a waste, because what else was I gonna do but wire brush this thing, all of this stuff, and that wasn't gonna happen. I'd probably abandon the project before I wire brush all of these pieces, especially with that you know, resin or concrete or whatever you want to call it all over these things. So I pretty much had to do it. I say be a lot better off in a sandblasting cabinet. I still have some chunks on here, but interestingly, this is the pitman arm I was talking about, and I was like, I wonder if there's a nut under there. I mean, that stuff was just like metal, and it's cleaned off, and sure enough, there's a nut on there, so I can take the thing apart now, or take the pitman arm off anyway. But still, you know, there's spots that probably just going to hit with the wire brush now, but it's again still 90% of it is cleaned off with that blaster attachment. And so then anyway, I get to the frame, and I ran out of time basically. I know it's still sun shining out, but it's gonna go. What I was gonna do was get to that whole bag. I was just gonna get 2 bags down, used all 2 bags, get as far as I could, then clean, you know, spray it all off, clean it, wipe it down with the acetone, and paint that. Is what I was thinking I was gonna do, and I should have done that. That's what I should have done. Was skip the small parts for now and go to and do the frame. Doing just exactly that. Went through, would have really been quick, a lot easier. You know, it's all open spaces and on it and stuff. It would have been really easy to just wipe that out and then be able to treat it. But what I did instead was got it pretty much back to where it was last time. A little bit more of the hard, crusty grease stuff off, and you know, all that bright orange rust that I had on it from the rain the other day, and I cleaned all that off, and so that'll come right back because it's all of a sudden humid in Arizona. We're getting overnight a lot of dew, so I sprayed it with vinegar, but I'm sure it'll come right back. I won't be able to get to this again until next weekend. I mean, it's just too messy. I can't do any of this during the week, and So, anyways, that's what's going to happen. I'm sure it'll get rusted again. But I got the main thing is on that. I got all the grease, crusty grease off of it. On that whole side, there's just a couple of little spots, literally just a couple of little spots that I got to spray and get hit with the blaster for that grease, that crusty grease stuff. And then the rest of it is just surface stuff that I'm just going to kind of blast off. Just clean it. I'm not going to try and get it to the white, you know, bead blasted look to it or anything. I'm literally just going to clean it, get the crust off of it, because that rust converter converts rust. So all that stuff is a surface. It's not any big deal. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on that. But anyway, that's where it's at. And then I got to do all of this. I'm going to, like I say, wire brush it and get it done. That's probably what I'll spend my week doing, since I can, do that after work, and just a little bit at a time. Do something every day, and that would be the thing I could easily do. So maybe by Friday or something, I'd be ready to paint the little parts, and then Saturday I can blast the rest of that side of the frame. That's the goal.